feather on the air, a feather on the air, drifting without a care, turning slow above the floor, like it has nowhere to go. The room is wrapped in gold, quiet and warm and old, nothing asking to be known, nothing asking to be told. Softly, softly, let the hours pass by. Softly, softly, like a cloud in the sky. Easy, 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 let the world disappear. Stay beside me, everything is clear. The shadows gently sway and slowly melt away. Every thought becomes a stream, floating through a peaceful dream. No footsteps in the hall, no hurry at all, only silence dressed in light, holding everything tonight. Softly, softly, let the hours pass by. Softly, softly, like a cloud in the sky. Easy, 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 let the world disappear. Stay beside me, everything is clear. Breathe in, breathe out, nothing more to think about. Close your eyes, rest your mind, leave the busy day behind. Softly, 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 drifting with the breeze. Softly, 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 like the sleeping trees. Easy, 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 where the calm things grow. Stay beside me, there's nowhere else to go. Softly, easy, easy, drifting. At the end of a narrow, forgotten hall stands a wreck beside a peeling wall, filled with umbrellas left behind by absent hands and wandering minds. One more stripes of emerald green, another held a floral dream. A crooked handle shaped like a swan, still wondering where its owner had gone. She's a keeper of lost umbrellas, from an opera matinee, a navy one that crossed the sea before arriving silently. Each carried fragments of a life, a celebration, joy or strife. Tiny histories folded tight inside their spokes in colored light. She's the keeper of lost umbrellas, guardian of passing days, collecting little disappearing stories that drift and fade away. Keeper of lost umbrellas, watching seasons come and go, holding small abandoned weather. Only she will ever know. Some things are not forgotten, they're simply set aside, waiting in a quiet corner with their memories inside. She's the keeper of lost umbrellas, protector of the small, of every unnoticed treasure that lingers through it all. Keeper of lost umbrellas, when the world has hurried by, she preserves forgotten moments beneath an ordinary sky. Rows of colors, patiently waiting, like stories not quite finished. The collector of borrowed shadows, beyond the flower market's closing bell, lived a collector no one knew too well. He carried empty jars of colored glass and watched the silhouettes of strangers pass. Not people, no, but shadows left behind. A dancer spin, a poet's wandering mind, a baker's pause before the morning bread, a dreamer staring where the clouds had fled. He's the collector of borrowed shadows, gathering echoes where nobody goes. He keeps them safely on lantern-lit shelves, a museum of moments forgotten by themselves. One shadow smelled of oranges and rain, one hummed a half-remembered train, one carried traces of a distant fair, and ribbons tangled in the summer air. A child once left a shadow shaped like wings, still fluttering around the smaller things, while an old musician's shadow softly swayed long after the final note was played. He's the collector of borrowed shadows, gathering forgotten by themselves. Some things don't vanish, they simply become light, too delicate for daylight, too gentle for the night. He's the collector of borrowed shadows, keeper of stories the busy world outgrows. And when his jars are open, the hidden colors show. All the little wonders we never stop to know. Glass jars glowing, silent shapes drifting across the sea, like remembered weather. The cartographer of teacups, a cartographer sat by a porcelain sea, drawing coastlines nobody could see. Inside a teacup, resting on the shelf, he built a world entirely by himself. The sugar bowl became a mountain range, the napkin rings grew wild and strange, and every spoon reflected distant lands that vanished when he touched them with his hands. Oh, cartographer of teacups, oh, where do your kingdoms go when the tablecloth is folded and the candles burn low? Oh, cartographer of teacups, keeper of impossible shores, building tiny universes behind ordinary doors. The papers sail across chamomile tides, past cinnamon forests where silence hides. The pepper shaker stood like a tower of stone, guarding places no one else had known. The afternoon stretched thin as golden thread, while drifting maps unfolded in his head, and every corner of the room became a chapter waiting for a name. Oh, cartographer of teacups, oh, where do your kingdoms go when the tablecloth is folded and the candles burn low? Cartographer of teacups, keeper of impassable shores, building tiny universes behind ordinary doors. Some people search the heavens, some chase horizons far away. He found entire oceans and the seam above a grave. circles remain forever unexplored and blend. Oh, Cartographer of Teacups, while the larger world goes by, he'll keep discovering galaxies in a teaspoon-sized sky. The clock that forgot the hour, the city breeze in velvet blue, where raindrops learn your name again, a glass of light you never knew, is resting where the night begins. Somewhere between the hush and glow, time loosens its silver chain, and every second moving slow pretends it is not in pain. Oh, the clock that forgot the hour is singing in a glass of rain. It folds the world in faded flowers and calls your silence back again. The clock that forgot the hour keeps beating without a sound, like love that lost its final power but never left this town. A saxophone in empty halls draws portraits of the drifting air. Your shadow leans against the walls as if it's always been there. The candles bow their fragile light to secrets they can't explain. The night rewrites what feels like right in ink of soft champagne. Oh, the clock that forgot the hour is singing in a glass of rain. It folds the world in faded flowers and calls your silence back again. The clock that forgot the hour keeps beating without a sound, like love that lost its final power but never left this town. Maybe time was never meant to stay, only to shimmer and leave like footsteps washed away by what we choose to believe. Oh, the clock that forgot the hour now sleeps inside a saxophone, and every note becomes a flower for lovers who came alone. At the edge of a forgotten square stood a conservatory filled with hair. No roses climbed its iron frame. No gardener ever spoke its name. Instead it housed abandoned keys, hung like fruit among the leaves. Keys from trunks and attic doors, keys from vanished second floors. Welcome to the conservatory of lost keys and hidden things, where every lightless treasure still remembers how to sing. Welcome to the conservatory beneath the glass and climbing vine, where forgotten little mysteries bloom beyond their time. A brass key shaped like a crescent moon, a copper key that hummed a tune, a silver key from a seaside inn, whose doorway had long folded in. Some were heavy, some were slight, some reflected emerald light, and everyone held quietly a map to what used to be. Welcome to the conservatory of lost keys and hidden things, where every luckless treasure still remembers how to sing. Welcome to the conservatory beneath the glass and climbing vines, where forgotten little mysteries bloom beyond their time. Perhaps a key is not a tool, perhaps it's just a way of carrying a doorway long after it's gone away. Welcome to the conservatory, where questions softly grow, and every rusted answer something we don't know. Welcome to the conservatory, where wonder gently stays like sunlight taught in crystal for 1,000 quiet days. Rows of silver, rows of gold, waiting patiently for stories yet untold. Dissolves the street where silence wears a silver tone. The rain and neon softly meet like strangers made of stone. A feather drifts through amber light, not bound to earth or sky, as if it learned in one long night how falling means to fly. The city holds its breath again, inside a crystal frame, and every drop forgets what it became. Oh, the feather that fell upward through echoes of a distant song. It rose like something misremembered that still believes it belongs. The feather that fell upward against the weight of time. It writes a note the world can't utter between each fragile line. A saxophone in low-lit gold unwraps the shape of sleep. It tells the night what it was told, but keeps the secret deep. A glass of wine, half memory, half ocean in the skies, reflects a softer gravity beneath forgotten sky. And chandeliers of muted flame sway like tired stars, as if they almost know your name, but never say it far. Oh, the father that fell upward through echoes of a distant song. It rose like something misremembered that still believes it belongs. The feather that fell upward against the weight of time. It writes a note the world can't utter between each fragile line. Maybe love is just emotion that doesn't need the ground. A quiet kind of ocean where silence makes the sound. Oh, the jabber of Bellecour now sleeps inside the air, no longer lost, no longer captured, just everywhere and nowhere there. The feather that fell upward became the night's reply, a thought too light to ever shatter, reason not to try, and it drifts like it remembers. In a narrow room above the baker's square lives a librarian with silver in her hair. She keeps old recipes in weathered drawers from vanished kitchens and invisible doors. A blackberry tart from 1932. A saffron stew nobody quite got through. A cinnamon loaf from a harbor town whose last small bakery long since closed down. She's the librarian of forgotten recipes, gathering flavors from history like leaves from ancient trees. She's the librarian of vanished Sunday meals, preserving tiny kingdoms only memory reveals. A soup once served beside a riverside fair, a honey cake prepared with extra care, a Folded cards stained softly with red wine. A handwritten note saying, turn left at time. Each ingredient a breadcrumb through the years, seasoned with laughter, hope, and quiet tears. And every faded page she carefully keeps, like lullabies the old world softly sings. She's a librarian of forgotten recipes, gathering flavors from history like leaves from ancient trees. She's the librarian of vanished Sunday meals, preserving tiny kingdoms only memory reveals. Some recipes of maps, some recipes of songs, some remember where a family belongs. She's the librarian of forgotten recipes, where apricot summers still drift upon the breeze. She's the librarian while time moves on outside, keeping every treasured flavor safely by her side. Card by card, shelf by shelf, the old aromas linger all by themselves. A dim rehearsal of the night still lingers on the glass, where every trace of passing light pretends it cannot pass. The city folds its tired face into a muted hue, as if it lost its proper place between the false and true. And somewhere in the hollow frame, a quiet pulse remains, not quite a voice, not quite a name, just echoes without chains. Oh, the mirror that refused the morning kept every shadow close. It learned the art of soft unknowing and loved it most. The mirror that refused the morning would not release the night. It held the dark like gentle morning, too delicate for light. A saxophone in fading gold draws lines across the air. It tells a truth that won't be told, but always lingers there. A lipstick stain of crimson thought on porcelain of dreams, where everything that time once caught unravels at the seams. The a breaking of the future into what used to be. Oh, the mirror that refused the morning still breathes in shades of gray. It doesn't end, it keeps adorning the night that wouldn't fade. Disappearing as if it's meant to be, and glass stays close to dawn. Lives a museum that forgot its open day, filled with postcards never placed in mail, each carrying an unfinished trail. Wish you were here, one gently starts, then wanders off in scattered parts. A sketch of gulls above a distant bay, and thoughts that somehow slipped away. Welcome to the museum of unsent postcards in time, where every unfinished sentence still believes it can rhyme. Welcome to the museum of journeys paused midway, where forgotten destinations never truly fade away. A card from Tangier tucked beside Madrid, holding secrets carefully hid. A watercolor train beneath the fading sun, addressed to no one. A canyon folded into paper space, a smudge where tears once left a trace, and every stamp a tiny work of art, protecting someone's fragile heart. Welcome to the museum of unsent postcards in time, where every unfinished sentence still believes it can rhyme. Welcome to the museum of journeys paused midway, where forgotten destinations never truly fade away. Some messages were never meant to leave. Some belong to dreamers who prefer to believe. Welcome to the museum, where silence curates all the words that miss their moment, yet never seem to fall. Of sunsets, shelves of old horizons, waiting quietly for no one at all. at the corner of a winding little lane. A tailor worked through sunshine and through haze. His window held no velvet, silk reliefs, yet visitors arrived from every place. For he stitched coats no eye could truly see, from threads of patience, hope and dignity. A silver coat for courage in a crowd, a quiet cloak for hearts that spoke too loud. He's the tailor of invisible coats, sewing comfort into seams, mending little tears and worries hidden underneath our dreams. He's the tailor of invisible coats, working softly through the years, turning scraps of human kindness into shields against our fear. Teacher came with pockets full of doubt. A sailor brought a storm he couldn't outrun. A baker carried sleeplessness for days. A violinist lost inside of me. The tailor measured not with cloth or string, but listen to the weight of everything. Then hummed a tune while threading golden light, and sent them gently on their way. He's the tailor of invisible coats, sewing comfort into scenes, mending little tears and worries hidden underneath our dreams. He's the tailor of invisible coats, walking softly through the years, turning scraps of human kindness into shields against our fears. Some garments warm the body, some garments guard the soul. The finest ones are woven from what cannot be sold. He's the tailor of invisible coats, though his name is seldom known. His stitches travel everywhere long after they have flown. He's the tailor of invisible coats, and if you ask one day, you may find your roaring wound without knowing any way to turning, thread unwinding, a coat of quiet courage, perfectly fitting. Far beyond the railway's final bend, a watchmaker work where the waterways end. Not fixing clocks or polishing hands, but mending rivers across forgotten lands. He carried tiny tools of silver and brass, and measured reflections instead of glass. When currents grew weary or lost their way, he stitched them together before the day. He's the watchmaker of sleeping rivers, tuning their murmurs, their shivers and quivers. He's the watchmaker of wandering streams, keeping the rhythm of unfinished dreams. A river once forgot the road to the sea, encircled an orchard endlessly. Another misplaced an autumn song and drifted in silence for far too long. The watchmaker listened beside the reeds to the language of water and willow seeds, then adjusted a ripple, tightened a bend, and sent the melody onward again. He's the watchmaker of sleeping rivers, tuning their murmurs, their shivers and quivers. He's the watchmaker of wandering streams, keeping the rhythm of unfinished dreams. Some clocks count seconds, some clocks count years, but rivers count stories collected through tears and laughter and rain and sunlit stone, remembering past they've always known. Here's the watchmaker of sleeping livers, guardian of currents and secret givers, and every river that reaches the sea carries a small piece of his quiet symphony. Softly flowing, silver turning, the rivers remember and keep returning. The city leans into the glass, light whispers pressed against the night. A drifting scent of passing brass falls softly out of sight. Raindrops writing cursive lines on pains that never learn to stay. Each letter bends then redefines the words it meant to say. And somewhere in the muted glow, the world forgets its name, as if it always moves too slow to ever feel the same. Oh, the window that learned to breathe in rhythm with the falling rain. It holds the dusk it can't release and hums a tender kind of pain. The window that learned to breathe lets every shadow in. Like love that doesn't ask to leave but doesn't ask who in. A piano drifts through empty air, half memory, half disguise. And every note that lingers there is wearing someone's eyes. A glass of night on marble stone reflects a world gone thin, as if the light had overgrown the skin it's living in. The street lamps fold their amber flame into a softer hue, and nothing here will stay the same, but nothing breaks in two. Oh, the window that learned to breathe in rhythm with the falling rain. It holds the dusk a candlelit sound, the tender kind of pain. The window that learned to breathe lets every shadow in. Like love that doesn't ask to leave but doesn't ask who in. Just reflections, learning how to stay, tracing quiet intersections of night and yesterday. Oh, the windows that learn to breathe now glows like distant sea. It keeps the light it cannot keep, but lets it simply be. The window that learned to breathe no longer draws a line. It opens just enough to creep and cross that light divine, and the glass exhales the night.